It is known that 1 in 5 school-age children experience a mental health issue at some point in their life. Every child deserves to be happy and have a life that lights them up. It is important to never forget that. Every child deserves to have the life that we have all once experienced. But how do we go about ensuring that the younger generations and children and teens can recognize when they are not happy as well as when they feel that something is wrong? My childhood years were spent feeling like I never belonged. I went to school every day, and I never played with kids on the playground. I saw everybody having fun on the swings, on the merry-go-rounds, and I just did not have the energy to do so. I would go home at night just drained, not knowing why I was drained. I would tell my mom every day that I didn't want to go back to school because I worried about how I was going to feel during recess the next day watching the other children. I remember she would always ask me why I never had the energy. She would ask me if I got enough sleep, and I always felt that I got enough sleep, but for some reason I could not describe why I felt the way that I did. I just knew that children would go outside to play and run around, and I felt like sitting there and not doing anything. The schools were never supportive. They never knew what was wrong. At one point, one of the teachers brought to my mom that I was a loner and that I never wanted to communicate with other children. She felt that I had a communication issue as well as maybe an attachment disorder. I felt like I was alone and I was on my own because I knew that that wasn't the case. I didn't know what the exact case was yet, but I knew that that was definitely not it. This is an important topic because I myself have experienced no help within the school systems, and I feel that in order for a child or teen to live out their best school experience, a support system is definitely necessary. Many children are looking for support, and help bringing it to the school system will be that first step that the children need to vent and talk to somebody about what they may be experiencing. I do not want more kids to feel like I did in school. I want them to open up before they are older. I want them to be able to experience those years that are so important in development and growing. And if you can recognize what's wrong much sooner than later, that it's possible to have that happier lifestyle that one is looking for. I do not have the support system, like I said before, to accomplish my goals and dreams, and I want for the other children that are experiencing what I went through to be able to have those goals and dreams and achieve those. Mental health is the most common disorder among school-age children, and it's continuing to rise. Mental health is more than just depression. It's more than just anxiety, which are the two most common things that are talked about with mental health. There's ADHD, bipolar, schizophrenia, ADD. There's so many things that are part of mental health disorders that others do not realize. Ensuring schools start to implement mental health awareness, it will be helpful for children that do not recognize what is happening to them. This could be the first help a child or a teenager receives that could possibly save their life. Suicide claims the lives of nearly 1 million people every year. In the U.S., suicide is the third leading cause of death for the youth ages 10 to 24, with nearly 4,600 lives lost each year. Although it is not as common, suicide for U.S. children ages 5 to 12 is a growing problem, as 1,309 children in this age group took their own lives from 1999 to 2015. 1 in 6 U.S. children ages 2 to 8 had a diagnosed mental, behavioral, or developmental disorder. Nearly 8 in 10 children ages 3 to 17 receive depression treatment. Children and youth with mental health challenges sometimes experience difficulty at school for a variety of reasons. Many parents report that their kids are struggling to be successful, or sometimes not even being allowed to stay at school due to unaddressed mental health needs. Many parents don't recognize this as well. They just realize there's a problem in school, and the first thing that they realize is that they're not doing well in school. And the least thing that they realize that it may be due to a mental health issue. Teachers are in the same boat. Teachers do not understand unless they themselves have been through it. Many kids struggle and are placed in special education classrooms to address their issue instead of being allowed to be with other students and feel normal. Above all, we must exercise discretion and use our freedom to decide what should be done and help those experiencing a mental health problem or disorder. School-based mental health programs can focus on promoting mental well-being, preventing mental health problems, and providing treatment. Promoting the healthy social and emotional development of all children and youth is going to be the most important things that schools can do for our children and those to come. Recognizing when young people are at risk for or are experiencing mental health problems is what's going to help promote a healthy lifestyle for everybody involved, as well as start to help decrease that suicide rate and decrease the amount of treatment that's being received because they know they have that outlet to go to. Promoting the healthy social and emotional development of all children and youth. Recognizing when young people are at risk for or experiencing mental health problems is the biggest thing that a school can do for us as parents, as aunts, uncles, grandparents, because that is the person that they see most of their time and they're around most of the time. And if a teacher can recognize that and help bring it to the parents' awareness, then the parent can also get the child the help they need and learn to talk to their children about a problem that they may have. Allowing the parents the opportunity to recognize a problem through the eyes of someone else, as well as have support in finding the correct help for a child or a teen, is incredibly important. Not every parent can recognize when something happens because they're your children and you don't realize that anything may be wrong. It's just hard to recognize that. Mental health is serious, and adding that extra help to relieve children and teens of their stress will be essential. All kids deserve a life that is worth living. Educators are often the first to notice mental health problems. School-based mental health programs can focus on promoting mental wellness, preventing mental health problems, and providing treatment. Examples of an effective program will be to promote the healthy social and emotional development of all children and youth. Recognize when the young people are at risk for experiencing mental health problems and identifying how to intervene early and appropriately when there are problems. These programs can save the life of a child and a teen by just supporting their needs and bringing awareness to it. There are many different types of help, but ensuring that kids receive the awareness they need from the educators that they spend most of their time around is going to be a good start to saving lives. Mental health problems are continuing to rise, and we see so often that children and teens are harming themselves or harming someone else. This is due to an possible undiagnosed problem that is mental. Placing mental health awareness in a setting that kids are at most of their lives is a good place to start. Since educators spend a lot of time with these individuals, it may be a good idea to promote mental health awareness in the school setting to know that they have that support as well. How can you tell when these children and teens, how can you tell what these children and teens believe in, what their goals are, and what their hopes, dreams, and values are? Can you tell by what they say? Is it what they hope or wish? We can only do this by involving ourselves in their lives and help them achieve their goals, even if they suffer from a mental health disorder. Understanding this is going to be the biggest way that we can help to get it into the school system. Will you join me in attending an event or speaking to someone that has experienced a mental health disorder? There are events that talk about the subject and provide an opportunity to meet others that feel it is important to help our children and others that are looking for an outlet to vent. OnlineCounselingPrograms.com is an excellent resource to learn more about mental health and education resources for kids and teens. It provides tactics to become more involved in a child's school life, as well as tactics to how we can help bring the mental health system into the mental health education into the school system via a health class or a class by its own. Please join me by looking at the website and learning how you can do more.